Welcome back again, guys. So, what we're going to be treating or checking up upon today is going to be the plotting of the process information on a what on AutoCAD. That is plotting and representation of the process information we have acquired on site. So, how are you going to go? Or how are we going to go about that? The first thing I want you to know is that there are different kind of ways at which a surveyor can manipulate, analyze the acquired data on site. One of the ways of analyzing and manipulating our acquired data on site is the use of a particular software known as AutoCAD. So we have different versions of this AutoCAD. For the basic class, what we are going to be using is the older version of the software, which is the AutoCAD 2007. So let's see. In regards to the previous context, where we get to show ourselves all about tubular traversing, I'm glad we've done that. After carrying out all those operations, the final result for you to have is going to be in form of a particular format. You can have the final result of the site observations in form of bearing and distancing, or you can have it in form of northing, easting, and height. But concerning cadastral course, what you're going to be having or using for now is going to be the northing and easting. So I will show every one of us how we get to plot making use of the bearing and distance method, and also how we get to plot making use of the coordinates method in regards to this AutoCAD 2007 software. So I have some data here with me. I have some, not as you can see, I have some what's it called, easting and northing over here. So how are you going to represent this easting and northing in form of a map? That is in form of a plan, which is going to be what which is going to make a lot of sense to whosoever you showing this particular end result of your observation to. So that's what we are going to be digging in today. So I'm going to open up the software. As you can see, I have it here. So this is how the interface will be like. For those of you new to this particular software, I know some of us are not new to this software, but basically for those of you who are new to this software, you have a lot of ribbons in regards to this software. Also, we have file, edit, view, insert, as you can see, and we have a lot of tools underneath every one of them. So, and in regards to surveying and geoinformatics, like I told you earlier on, this software is not used by surveyor alone. It's used for different purposes by different professionals. So there are some kind of settings you have to do as a surveyor, which is making use of this particular survey. Yeah, rather making use of this particular software. So one of the first settings you have to do is setting up for your unit. So I'll come over to this format. I'll set up my unit and I'll get to set up my text style also. Assuming I'm creating this plan, I have to have some kind of annotations to the page of the what of the acquired data. So I have to have some kind of annotation. That's what the reason why I'm going to be setting up this text style. So if I want to set this, the first thing I'm going to be setting is going to be the unit. And if I'm not going to be using this dialog, I can easily make use of a shortcut command, which is UN. As you can see, UN. UN also represents units. But let's follow the due process. So I'll come over to the format here and click unit. So after clicking unit, you check off the first thing you should check off here is the angle type. As a surveyor, we are working in degree, minutes, and seconds, not decimal degree. And the precision should be degree, minutes, and seconds also. It should be clockwise, we're working from out to back, we're working clockwise as a surveyor. So precision also should be in 3 decimal places under the length. So the metric unit for the length you use it as a surveyor should be in meters. You are not working in inches or feet. And you check up your direction, it should always be true north, it should always be north. After all this has been done, you click OK. That means our interface is set. So from there, I'll come over to the format and also set my text type. Yeah, I have a window popping up. I always like to make use of Montserrat as the font name. As you can see, Montserrat. I always love to make use of this Monsterrat, not Monsterrat, sorry, Monsterrat as the font name. So I also have to set my height here, but I'm not going to be setting this here. The reason being that is in regards to soccer certification, I'm going to be taking into consideration the kind of skill I'm going to be representing my drafting at the end note. So I won't be able to set this now because the scale, the height depends on the kind of scale I'm going to be using in representing the entire plan. So after I've determined that, then that's going to be when I'm going to be setting up the height. So after that, you've chosen this master right, you click apply, then you click. After that is done, master right, then you click apply. And after you apply it, you can cancel it. So from there, the next thing to do is now, how do I get to import my data, or how do I get to incorporate or insert the acquired data to this particular interface? Like I told you earlier on, there are different kind of ways you can get to do that. You can do that making use of variant and distance, or you can do that making use of coordinates. But for this class, what we are going to be using is majorly for coordinates one coordinate method rather. And I can also show us how to make use of the variant and distance method. For example, now take a look at this. What I pressed earlier on is PL. That PL stands for polyline. So I'm having 2 points here. So for these 2 points to exist naturally, there must have been a particular direction between the two of the points, and also there must have been a particular distance between these 2 points. So I'm going to be making use of that bearing and distance in plotting it all the way. I have the bearing and distance before. That's what I'm going to make use in order to plot this. Let's check up this direction and distance between these two existing points. If I want to check that out, one of the command I will use is distance di, and it will tell me to what. If you check the command, it will tell me to specify the first point. This is my first point. You click the first point, and it will tell you to specify the second point as well. So I'm going to be clicking the second point. Now come back here to the command line. What you're going to be having as a distance is what 11017.195, and also I'm having the direction to be 90 degree 9 minutes 6 seconds. Good. So assuming I have uh, I have this 90 degree 9 minutes 6 seconds and also 1101.195 as the what as the bearing and distance of these two lines. So let's plot this back. For a layman, the first thing you have to do is to press what? Shift at. Shift. When you have to shift at, you specify the distance. The distance comes first. 11017.195. Then after that, you press shift, comma. That will give you the angle. Right? I'm having angle to be the 90 degree. But here you only get to press the what we call the minutes. You can also press the second, but not necessary. I can say 6 minutes. As you can see, I have what at 11017 as my distance, angle 90 degree and 6 seconds. After you press it, you press enter. So, oh sorry, you can see the command line says unknown command. Press F1 for F. The reason being that is for you to have it plotted out, you have to make use of one of the tools. Am I plotting making use of line, or am I plotting making use of polyline? So for a surveyor, I always love plotting making use of polyline. I'll press PL as the short command for polyline, or you can also come over here and choose your polyline. So after that, I will repeat the initial space we did again. Shift at 11017.195, and the angle is what? The angle is 90 degree. Okay, 6 minutes. Press enter. You can see I'm having this. Can you see I'm having this? So that's how you get what? That's what making use of bearing and distances. But the thing about the bearing and distance is you should have one particular origin before making use of bearing and distance. What I mean by that is you should have one coordinate for you to serve as the reference. If you have the reference, that's where you get to tie all your bearing and distance to. Maybe when next we are treating this, I will show us perfectly how we get to do that. But for now, we're going to be making use of what the coordinates method. So I'm going to be showing you some kind of short trick that will make this easier. What I mean by that is, take a look at this data we are having over here. We are having the eastern and northern here, right? If I want to plot it, I will plot it as, let's have it here. I'll plot it as, sorry, now, see, I'm having 511.0022 over 800.509.2743 as the first coordinates, right? So the first thing is the eastern should come before the northern. So I'm going to replace it. After choosing my 2, which is the polyline, I'll press 511.414.022, comma 800.509.2743. Enter. You can see I have what? I have the points plotted. So I can come over again and plot the rest. It says specify the next point. I'll come over again and press the history first 18.8470, comma 800.509.2743. Enter. If you come here, I'm having what? I'm having a particular, you can see you have something up there. That means it has plotted another point over here. So if I press enter, that will end the what? That will end the plotting. So if I want to zoom up what I have on the screen, I will make it of this. You have different kind of zoom. You have the zoom right side, the zoom window, and the zoom previous. But the best is to make use of the zoom extent, which is the Z enter, E enter. So now I have my 2 points plotted. This is the point over here, and this is another point over here. So, but I don't want to undergo this particular stress. It's a long process for me. We surveyor, we have a lot of works on our desk, so we should kind of find a way around ourselves. So let me show us another tricky way we can get to come over to your notepad again. I told you you have to specify one of the tools you want to use, right? Press your PL enter. Then come over to the notepad. Yeah. So you copy all the coordinates you have over here. You press Ctrl C, you copy. Then now come over to the command line and you Ctrl V, you paste it there. Then you press enter, enter. So after that, press Z enter, E enter. Wow. So as you can see now, we have we have the apparent data represented. You can easily close it up back. So now I have this as the what? As the line. For me to have this, I must have done some kind of measurement on site and everything like that. So this software is a card aiding software that make you what? That give you the chance of representing your acquired data on site.